Hey everybody, my name is Brendan and welcome back to the most unbiasedly biased crypto YouTube channel. We're unbiased in the sense that we try to stay level-headed about everything that's happening in the crypto news, but we're certainly biased on the long-term growth potential that cryptocurrency as a whole has. Now today we have another market analysis and update. We have a lot of news to go over. We have KPMG and Chainlink expanding their rosters. We also need to talk about everything that's happening in Russia and Ukraine and the impact that that is specifically having on things like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then of course, eBay and Gamestop are continuing their push into the metaverse, into Web3, and into the NFT space. So there's a lot to cover. And as we're making this video, Bitcoin is very, very green. It is absolutely ripping right now to new weekly highs and touching its moving averages for the first time in a couple of weeks. So we have a lot to cover on the chart, a lot to unpack on the news. But before we get into any of that, let's cover some of the outliers over here because Bitcoin is leading on the day, right up there with Solana and also with Terra Luna. So Bitcoin's up about 4.5% on the day. Leading about 5.5% on the week, but Ethereum slacking a little bit behind as it's only up about 1.5% on the day at the time of making this video. And I'm sure as I refresh this, we'll see a little bit of more gains, actually not even up 1.5%. Now also Terra Luna is up about 10% on the day, up nearly 60% on the week. And this is a prime example that you can make gains in cryptocurrency even in the hardest of times. Terra Luna without leverage right now is up 60% in a week, which is really cool. And there's the common misconception that you have to have some sort of leverage trading in order to make good trades in this time. And that just simply isn't the case. Solana's another one, up 8.5% on the day. Polygon up 4%, Wrapped Bitcoin up 5%, and so on and so forth. You know, for the most part, the cryptocurrency market is red, with a few exceptions like Chainlink, Tron being red on the week, and also XRP being red on the week. But other than that, there's really not too many red cryptocurrencies, at least not on the weekly scale. Maybe Graph's another one. But I want to take a look at this chart because we can see that Bitcoin is very clearly seeing the support line bouncing strongly off of it. And the last time that we touched this 50 EMA was back at February 17th. So about 11 days ago was the last time Bitcoin touched this form of resistance. And it was actually just after rejecting the previous 100 and 200 EMA right above it in here. Now, as we test this level of resistance, I'm still going to really want to see how Bitcoin reacts to its moving averages. But I would imagine that the altcoin market is also seeing the same thing. You know, the altcoins as a whole are seeing support and they're bouncing off of the support. Even if it's not necessarily as hard as Bitcoin is right in here, the market as a whole is still moving upwards, and that's what I like to see in cryptocurrency. So maybe altcoins are lagging behind a little bit, but we're going to come back to the chart in just a second because there's a lot of news to cover. Now, KPMG, as I'm sure most of you are familiar with, I believe they're a Fortune 500 company. They got into Bitcoin just a couple of weeks ago, or about a month ago, and they are now expanding beyond just owning cryptocurrency to now also owning NFTs. Most recently, they have added a World of Women NFT to their balance sheet for 25 Ethereum. Now, that's pretty significant. This shows that Fortune 500 companies are continuing to push into the world of cryptocurrency, and they're seeing the long-term value of both Bitcoin and NFTs. While I do believe that there are a lot of NFTs out there that are going to be worth nothing in probably a couple of years, there are a lot of really good NFT projects that are leading the way, and KPMG believes World of Women is one of them, hence why they spent 25 Ethereum on it, in addition to their already owned and existing Bitcoin that they hold on their balance sheet as well. Chainlink adds Bahrain telco to the roster of big name node operators. This one was kind of just floating in the background, but still, I would say pretty important nonetheless, especially if you're a Chainlink fan. They're doing a lot of really cool things. And this is just something that in the least I had to bring up in case you are a big Chainlink fan. You'll probably find this one a little bit interesting. Now let's talk about Ukraine before we get into the technical analysis of what's happening with the crypto markets on the charts. Now, I believe I had an article around here somewhere, but basically Ukraine announced that they were going to be accepting cryptocurrency donations and millions of dollars in crypto started pouring in. This is quite unique. I mean, this goes to show the value of cryptocurrency. Politics aside, no matter what side you're on here, I think people can agree that it's cool that cryptocurrency is being used in such a fundamental way here to get money into a country that really is struggling right now. And it's coming in droves, and anyone from anywhere can send cryptocurrency in here to help out with Ukraine. So again, no matter what side of the spectrum you are on here, truly this is cool to see the real implication of cryptocurrency during a time of war being used. Because initially there was the scares. There was the idea that there's some fear and some uncertainty and doubt, and the price of cryptocurrency fell. But what we're seeing now that it's stabilizing, people are saying, hey, maybe crypto shouldn't be falling. Maybe it actually has a real use case in a time like this. And that's what people are starting to realize. And that's what we're starting to see reflect on the chart, and then also reflect in what's fundamentally happening over in Ukraine right now. Ukraine tweeted it was now accepting cryptocurrency donations. In 2 days, it has $12 million, and I believe in 3 to 4 days, it's now up to $20 million. As cryptocurrency continues to pour in, I only expect that this number will continue to go up. But fundamentally, this is a really cool sign to see how cryptocurrency is being integrated. Now, on top of all this, crypto's main exchange, one of cryptocurrency's most popular exchange, Binance, has now blocked Russian users targeted by sanctions. A lot of Russians were trying to escape what was happening with all the sanctions by transacting in cryptocurrency, and Binance is temporarily, at least it looks to be temporarily, revoking their access to the popular exchange over in Europe. Now let's dive into the chart a little bit more here and kind of talk about what's happening on these levels on Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin's seeing double bullish divergence over here on the altcoin daily chart, and on the Bitcoin, oops, we're looking at the wrong thing over here. We can see that Bitcoin, for the most part, sitting at a pretty neutral level on the RSI, pretty neutral level on the MACD as well. But for the first time in weeks, it's testing this moving averages. And we've talked about this in previous videos, and especially in length in Crypt Nation. I do a lot of technical analysis in Crypt Nation, so if you're a part of that and you want all my technical analysis in way more detail and a lot earlier than I put it on YouTube, I'm talking days and weeks before it comes onto YouTube, definitely consider looking the links down below and checking out Crypt Nation, because I talked about how we saw support not once, not twice, not 3 times, but this is going to be the 4th time that Bitcoin was going to use this level as support. And for altcoins, it was even more significant. We're zooming out over here and saying that we've used this 6 times over the last 12 months. If there's anywhere for the altcoin market to bounce, it was going to be right around the support line, and bounce indeed it surely has done. So now my initial targets are saying, all right, how is Bitcoin, how are the altcoins going to react to these moving averages? Are they going to be able to test these levels? Are we going to get rejected? Are we going to break above them? They are the next areas that I'm watching. So if you want to stay up to date with my technical analysis, consider checking out Crypt Nation. I put all my stuff in there, and I will have a couple of write-ups coming on this in the coming weeks. Now, back to the news. eBay might take crypto payments as they are already accepting NFTs. eBay, in a push to try to become more modern, I guess you could say, has begun accepting the trading, the buying, and the selling of NFTs, in a sense their own NFT marketplace. And they're also might be accepting cryptocurrency as payments. And I guess in a push to get some more Gen Z and millennials into their site. I know eBay has kind of been falling off. I believe the younger generations just prefer to use other websites. But we're seeing the same sort of thing happen over in GameStop. GameStop did not do a very good job of adapting into the age of the internet, as they were very focused on brick and mortar locations. But they're really trying to make a push for Web3 gaming here, and they actually have multiple NFT and Web3 job listings. So if that is something that has interests you, maybe consider applying to being one of GameStop's new cryptocurrency and blockchain employees. But this just goes to show that there is a very, very big push for traditional markets to get into Web3 and cryptocurrency. And the ones that don't do it, I've said this before and I'll say it again, the ones that don't make this change early are going to get left behind. GameStop is a prime example of this. They did not focus enough on the age of internet and the expansion of the internet. And what happened? They thought their brick and mortar locations would be enough since they were the dominant force in the industry, and it just wasn't. They got left behind once. They're saying we're not going to make that same mistake again. And now they're trying to get into Web3 and the metaverse and gaming and into that niche early. So I believe they're also working on it. I don't think it was covered in this article, but they're trying to work on something like $100 million crypto fund to try to inspire people to build on their platform and to build through them and to work with them. And there's another thing saying that they're trying to partner with Immutable X as well. Could be wrong. Might need to fact check me on that one. Believe that was something that just came out like quite literally hours ago. Now back on the idea of eBay, since eBay's already kind of has this NFT marketplace where people can buy and sell and transact and accept NFTs, they're taking it a step further and saying, you know, if we're going to do all of this, why not accept cryptocurrency payments? And I couldn't agree more with them. You know, if you're going to go so far as to transact NFTs, let people pay for them in cryptocurrency, right? You know, why not? Why do people have to pay US dollar for some of their stuff? And, you know, why stop at NFTs? If you're going to accept cryptocurrency, make it for the whole site. Don't just make it for the NFTs. You know, give people access to pay for their items in cryptocurrency. So the moral of the story that the markets are very, very green on the day. An absolute ton of bullish news continues to come out. I feel like every single day, every single week we hop on here and there's just so much bullish news to cover. It never stops. It's very continuous, and price should hopefully start reflecting this soon as Bitcoin is pushing its way above 41,000. Hopefully on its way a lot higher than that. But that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys do want to join Crypto Nation, there's a link for that in the description down below, and we're also having a completely free conference where we're taking leaders from the industry, interviewing them. I'm actually one of the interviewers, so if you like the way that I conduct my videos, I get to interview a couple of the leaders in the industry for this conference that is completely free. So there's a link for that in the description down below as well. I hope you guys can see me there, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys there. But if you did enjoy the video, smack that like button, smack that subscribe button, and just hang on here because we have a lot more content like this coming out in the not so distant future. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.